All right, here we go. The countdown to the Hall of Fame game begins now. These two teams, the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears, will clash tonight in the NFL's Hall of Fame game. The Houston Texans last year went to the playoffs and went to the AFC divisional round, and that's big for Texans fans since Watson days, since they've made it that far in the playoffs. The Bears trying to even get into the playoffs with rookie draft pick Caleb Williams. We have big headlines coming up for the next 15 minutes. This is going to be a 15-minute countdown video right up to kickoff. As soon as this ends, you can switch over to, and you can watch that game, but you guys see it from the 13-year-old standpoint. Countdown to the kickoff of the of 2024's NFL preseason starts now on CSA. We are back. You're probably wondering, wow, how clear these images are, Cash. Well, I have a new iPad. This is the new iPad you've all been waiting for. So now my video quality is definitely going to improve. And my sound quality improved on my last video. Keep that in mind. We're going to first talk about the Texans season last year, finishing at an 11-8 record. Now if you're a Chiefs fan, you'd probably look at the Texans record and say, that's a ridiculous record. Why are we celebrating that? Well, it's been since the Deshaun Watson era, since they've been that good. Stroud's going to be a monster this year. We do not know if he is playing in the Hall of Fame game or not, but I am expecting he is. But we do know that Caleb Williams will not be starting in the Hall of Fame game. The Bears announced earlier this week, I believe on Tuesday, that he is not going to be starting. So let's just imagine we're the Bears coach, GM, coaching personnel, and let's just imagine ourselves in their seats. Like, well, we just drafted this former Heisman winner. He's really, really good. He's going to be our franchise quarterback. Do we want to put him in that preseason game where, like, everyone's trying to make the team? And I understand that. Everyone's going to be trying to make that team. You got to make that cut. Got to get one of these NFL uniforms on, am I right? And people are going to be hitting harder, running faster. It's going to be more, like, fast-paced than, like, actual NFL. Like, you're not going to see, like, the superstars. Like, Aaron Rodgers isn't even going to play this preseason. I know that's not related, but I'm just telling you. He's not going to be playing in this preseason at all. That does not mean Caleb Williams won't play in the preseason. But it's just they want his regular season start to be the leap off his Achilles injury. But CJ Stroud, I fully trust that he can take care of himself on that field. He's taken care of himself in so many big situations, and he's been a phenomenal quarterback. These two, though, are going to go at it. Going to be an extremely fun game tonight. And, these two quarterbacks, they're young, they're experienced at the college level. The only difference is CJ Stroud went to the college football playoffs, and Caleb Williams went to a big bowl game at number 6 and lost. So there's that. But really, this is going to be a really exciting game. I'm really excited for it tonight. Coming up, we're going to be talking about the Houston Texans and what we need to look forward to this season for the Texans. And then, coming up after that, we'll be talking about the Chicago Bears, why we should pay attention to the Chicago Bears in the race for the NFC North. And then that will be followed by my picks. It's coming up next. We are back. Before we talk about the Bears, we're going to be talking about the Houston Texans. Now, last year the Texans went to the playoffs. Should we expect that this season from the Texans? Why, yes, we should. I don't see any reason not to expect it from the Texans. The Texans are going to be an extreme threat to the Kansas City Chiefs' reign. In fact, a lot of teams are. But right now, you're playing in a really stacked AFC South. With like the Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars, Will Levis, Tennessee Titans, and Anthony Richardson, the Indianapolis Colts. The Texans are in a hard division now. And that's not a division like that we usually pay that much attention to. It's always been like kind of back and forth. One team will win it one year and next year. Like last few years, it's come down to all four teams. I mean, the Titans had it, the Jaguars had it, and then the Texans had it. So that's 3 straight years of no back-to-back champions of the AFC South. I think the Texans have a really good shot at doing that, but they're going to be challenged by Anthony Richardson and Trevor Lawrence for that division crown. I don't foresee the Titans going that far. In fact, predicted them to go with a 4-13 record. If you want to check out that AFC South schedule predictions video. What the Houston Texans need to find, folks, is that one little secret ingredient that the Kansas City Chiefs had. And I think they found it, and they've added their own secret ingredient. Because now, C.J. Stroud said there are 5-headed monster offense. 5-headed monster offense. What can we say about the Kansas City Chiefs? They're a 3-headed monster offense. Mahomes, Kelsey, and Pacheco. There you have it. The Texans, though, are going to be hard to beat no matter what. Like, flat out, they are going to be hard to beat no matter what. So, yeah, that's going to be this is going to be a tough team to beat this year. Get ready for them. They're coming for some money. All right, coming up, we're going to be talking about the Chicago Bears. Can the Bears live up to their hype this year? Talking about that team right there next. All right, and we are back. We're talking about the Bears and their hype this year. Caleb Williams, my Buffs did play against him last year and he beat us, so there's a little bit of a... But he's got some really good offensive weapons on that team. And I think a lot of people are going to be downplaying Caleb Williams because he's a rookie. Last year, we saw rookie quarterbacks take off. Like, we saw Anthony Richardson. Before he got injured, he was a really, really dangerous quarterback. Last year, we saw C.J. Stroud take off, and he was a rookie quarterback. We didn't see Bryce Young take off, though, and the Panthers are a flop, though, so there's that. But the Bears, that was a really smart choice. The last 2 years, they could have either taken... Williams could have been well wearing silver and black right now, and we'd be talking Bryce Young and the Chicago Bears are playing against Houston Texans. But we're not, and that, I think, is lucky. I don't really see that much brightness at the end of the tunnel for Bryce Young, but I do see Caleb Williams has a potential. Lincoln Riley, he's a great coach out there in USC. He coached a lot of really good players in his coaching career. I don't know if the Bears are totally going to break more than like 8 wins, If they get 8 wins, that's a win. And if they even get 9 wins and break 500, that's a huge, huge win for the Chicago Bears. And I'm just really excited this year for the Bears. They're going to be a very, very fun team to watch. And I really like that new logo. Like, if you really just look at it, this logo is lame compared to this. Like, that's a cool logo and all, like the color combination, but it's trash next to this thing. This is a really cool logo. Coming up, an unpredictable Hall of Fame game presents a interesting pick for me. Who am I picking and why? That's coming up next. All right, and we are back. And you're probably wondering, well, Cash, who are you picking in this game? This is going to be a historic moment for me because this is my first selection on my YouTube channel. Caleb Williams is now playing for the Bears. This is going to be an extreme Hall of Fame game. Upsets can happen. Last year, it was Jets. It was Browns. It's going to be a huge game. This year, it's Bears. It's Texans. This year, upsets can happen, but they're not happening today. Give me the Texans for the win. A bowl rises over the horizon for this game. That's my pick, folks. Go watch that Hall of Fame game. Thanks for watching. CSN. Countdown to kick off.